All right, so you just got your real estate license. Congratulations. But here's the catch.
Yeah,
You're not just an agent. Now you're a business owner.
that's right.
And this real estate startup checklist we're diving into today is like your guide to building that business the right way.
Absolutely. It's all about making sure you start off on the right foot.
I like that. Starting off on the right foot, it's like building a house. You know,
Yeah,
you got to make sure that foundation is solid.
exactly. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, right?
Yeah.
A business plan is your blueprint for success in real estate.
Okay, I'm with you. A business plan is key. But what does that actually mean for a new real estate agent? Like, what should be in that blueprint?
Well, think of it this way. Your business plan helps you define your goals, your strategies, even how you're going to manage your finances. A lot of new agents, they kind of overlook this step. They think they can just wing it.
Right.
But trust me, a solid plan makes all the difference.
So it's not just about selling houses, it's about running a business.
Okay, I like that. But honestly, doesn't it seem a little overwhelming to think about all of this when you're just starting out?
It can be, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why this checklist is so helpful. It breaks things down into these manageable steps.
Right.
One of the first things you'll want to consider is your target market. Who are your ideal clients?
Right.
And even think about specializing in a niche.
Niche, huh? So like focusing on a specific type of property or a certain type of client. Doesn't that seem kind of counterintuitive, though? Wouldn't I want to cast a wide net and try to get as many clients as possible?
Actually, it's kind of the opposite. Think of it like fishing. You can fish in a huge lake and just hope for the best.
Okay.
Or you can go to a spot where you know the fish are biting.
Right.
Niching down helps you become an expert in a specific area.
Yeah.
And that makes you more attractive to clients who are looking for that expertise.
Uh-huh. Okay, so instead of being a jack of all trades, I become the go-to person for, say, first-time homebuyers or maybe sellers in a specific neighborhood.
Exactly. It helps you stand out in a crowded market. I like that, standing out. And that brings us to branding.
Yes.
Okay, so branding. That's creating a logo and all that stuff, right?
It's more than just a logo. It's about crafting your image and your reputation as a real estate professional. You're essentially building a brand for yourself.
Okay.
And that starts with thinking about how you want to be perceived by potential clients.
So, like, if I want to be known as the tech-savvy agent,
Yeah,
I should probably make sure my website and social media presence reflect that.
absolutely.
How
In
do I-
today's world, your online presence is often the first impression you make.
It's true.
You need a professional-looking website that showcases your expertise, your listings, and then active social media accounts where you can connect with potential clients.
So that means mastering things like SEO, right?
Yes.
What is SEO, by the way? I keep hearing that term thrown around.
SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It's essentially the process of making your website more visible in search engine results like Google. The higher you rank in those search results, the more likely potential clients are to find you.
Ah, so that's how people actually find you online.
Right.
Makes sense to learn about that then.
Yeah.
But building a website, figuring out social media, this whole SEO thing,
Yeah.
it sounds like a lot of work.
It definitely takes effort.
Yeah.
But it's an investment that can pay off big time. And remember, there are lots of resources and tools available to help you navigate the online world. You don't have to be a tech expert to have a great online presence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But it's not all about the internet, right?
Mm-mm.
What about good old-fashioned networking? Is that still important in the digital age?
Absolutely. Building relationships is at the heart of real estate.
Right.
Networking is a fantastic way to meet potential clients, other professionals in the industry.
Yeah.
Build your referral network.
Okay, but networking can feel kind of intimidating,
Yeah.
all those events and meeting new people. Do you have any tips for making it less scary?
Just focus on building genuine connections. Don't just go in there handing out business cards. Ask questions, listen attentively, and be genuinely interested in the people you meet. It's all about building relationships, not just making a sale.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to follow up afterwards.
Great advice.
Yeah.
So I think I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. It's not just about selling houses, it's about building a business, building a brand,
Yeah.
and building a network.
Exactly.
We've got the foundation. With our business plan, we're getting the word out there with branding and networking. What's next on the checklist?
Well, let's talk about the practicalities of running your real estate business, choosing a brokerage, and understanding the MLS.
Okay, so the brokerage is where I'll hang my license.
Yep.
But how do I know which one to choose? There's so many options out there.
It's a big decision for sure. You want to make sure you find the right fit. One of the most important things to consider is the commission split.
Okay.
That's how much of each commission you get to keep and how much goes to the brokerage. A few percentage points might not seem like a big deal, but it can add up to thousands of dollars over time.
Wow, I hadn't really thought about it like that. So I need to do my research and compare different commission structures.
Yes, definitely.
What about the MLS? What is that all about?
The MLS, or Multiple Listing Service, is a database of properties for sale. It's essentially the lifeblood of the real estate industry.
Oh,
It allows agents to access and share property information. When you join a brokerage, you'll gain access to the MLS,
okay.
which is essential for listing and finding properties for your clients.
So it's like this giant online catalog of houses for sale.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, I am a big fan of using apps and tech tools to simplify my life. Is there anything like that for real estate?
Oh, there's a whole world of real estate tech out there.
Really?
From CRM systems or customer relationship management systems
Oh, okay.
to e-signature platforms and even virtual tour software.
Wow.
There's really something for everyone. These tools can help you manage your client relationships, automate tasks, and streamline your workflow.
Okay, so choosing the right tech tools is key to running a smooth and efficient business. Sounds like I'm going to need to do some research on which ones are the best fit for me.
Yeah.
What else is on this checklist that can help me get my business up and running?
Well, let's talk about one of the most important aspects of running any business, the legal side of things.
Legal stuff. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But honestly, it seems a bit daunting. What exactly do I need to know?
Understanding real estate laws and regulations is paramount.
Okay.
You're dealing with people's biggest financial investments, so it's crucial to operate within the bounds of the law.
So I need to be aware of all the rules and regulations specific to real estate transactions.
Yes.
What are some common pitfalls that new agents might fall into?
One common mistake is not fully understanding disclosure requirements.
Oh,
You have a legal obligation to disclose any material facts about a property to potential buyers.
right.
Failure to do so can lead to legal issues down the line.
Yikes. That's a little scary. So I need to make sure I'm dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's when it comes to disclosures.
Exactly. And that's why it's always a good idea to consult with a real estate attorney whenever you have a question or a doubt.
Yeah,
Huh.
that makes sense. Having a legal expert on my side sounds like a good investment.
Absolutely.
It's like an insurance policy against making costly mistakes.
You got it. A good lawyer can be your best ally in this business. They can review contracts, advise you on complex situations, and help you avoid those potential legal pitfalls.
Well, I'm definitely feeling a bit overwhelmed, but in a good way.
Good.
I'm starting to see that there's so much more to this than just selling houses.
Right.
It's about building a business from the ground up.
That's exactly it. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once.
Right.
Take it one step at a time, use the checklist as your guide, and don't be afraid to ask for help along the way.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground business plans, branding, networking, choosing a brokerage, the MLS tech tools, legal considerations. It's a lot to take in. But don't worry, we'll be back in the next part of our deep dive to explore even more essential tips and strategies to help you launch your real estate business the right way.
Stay tuned. We've got more insights coming your way to help you navigate this exciting world of real estate.
Welcome back to our deep dive. I'm starting to see this whole real estate thing in a whole new light now.
Right.
It's not just about houses. It's like building a business, a real business.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? There's always more to learn in real estate. It's a constantly evolving field,
Right.
which is exciting, but it also means that ongoing education is essential.
Ooh, ongoing
Yeah.
education.
Wow.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
So I'm never really done learning, right? What does that look like for a new real estate agent?
Well, it can take many forms. One of the best ways to stay ahead of the curve is to attend industry training sessions, workshops, conferences. You can learn from top producers, get insights into the latest market trends, and even network with other professionals.
Those real estate conferences always seem so glamorous.
Yeah.
Imagine learning from the best in the business and getting those insider tips and maybe even making some valuable connections. Sign me up.
They can be incredibly beneficial both for your professional development and for motivation.
Okay.
And don't underestimate the power of mentorship.
Oh, right. Mentorship.
Yeah, finding an experienced agent who's willing to share their knowledge and guide you can be invaluable.
Like a real estate Yoda.
Exactly.
Someone who's been there, done that, and can help me avoid all those rookie mistakes.
Exactly. A mentor can provide personalized guidance, share their experiences, offer support when you need it most. It's like having a secret weapon in your real estate arsenal.
Okay, I'm adding find a mentor to my to-do list.
Yeah.
So we've talked about laying the foundation, building our brand mastering operations, even the legal side of things.
Right.
But with all this information swirling around, how do I stay focused? How do I make sure I'm actually making progress?
Well, that's where setting realistic goals comes in. You have to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve
Okay.
and break it down into manageable steps. Don't try to do everything at once.
Yeah, it's easy to get overwhelmed when you're just starting out.
Mhm.
So instead of trying to conquer the world overnight, I should focus on setting, like, achievable milestones.
Precisely. Start with small, attainable goals that will build your confidence and momentum.
Okay.
For example, maybe your first goal is to get your first listing
Yeah.
or close your first deal.
All right.
Once you achieve that, you can set your sights on the next milestone.
So it's about celebrating those small wins along the way and using them as stepping stones to those bigger achievements.
Right.
I like that. But how do I make sure I'm actually moving towards those goals?
That's where tracking your progress comes in. It's not enough to just set goals.
Right.
You need to monitor how you're doing and adjust your course if needed.
Yeah.
Regularly review your business plan, your marketing efforts, your client interactions, see what's working and what's not.
So it's like checking your map to make sure you're still on the right track.
Yeah.
And make course corrections if you veered off course. I'm starting to see that this is more than just a checklist. It's like a roadmap for building a successful real estate business.
You're getting it. It's about having a plan, taking action, and constantly evaluating and adapting your approach. The real estate market is dynamic. So flexibility and a willingness to learn are key.
This has been an eye-opening journey so far.
Dude.
We've covered so much ground, from those foundational elements of building a business to the ongoing learning and growth that's essential for success in real estate. I'm feeling a mix of excitement and a healthy dose of, I've got a lot to learn, but in a good way.
That's the spirit. Remember, you don't have to have all the answers right away.
Right.
The journey of building a real estate business is all about continuous learning, adapting, and growing.
Well said. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I'm curious to know what else this checklist has in store for us. What other nuggets of wisdom are waiting to be uncovered?
Well, let's move on to something that I think a lot of new agents struggle with: managing their finances effectively. It's not just about earning commissions, it's about understanding expenses, budgeting wisely, and setting yourself up for financial stability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all ears. Tell me everything I need to know about mastering the financial side of the real estate business. It's because, let's be real, I'm in this to build a successful and sustainable business, and that means understanding the numbers. Welcome back to our deep dive. My head is spinning a little bit with all this amazing information about launching a real estate business, but in a good way. I'm feeling really motivated to take all this knowledge and put it into action.
That's great to hear. Turning that excitement into a plan is what it's all about.
And speaking of plans, I'm ready to dive into what you mentioned earlier about managing finances. That's super important for any business owner, right?
Absolutely. It's not just about those commissions coming in.
Right.
It's about understanding your expenses and budgeting wisely to build a stable future. A lot of new agents get so caught up in closing deals that they kind of forget about the money side of things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's easy to just think about the income and not about the money going out.
Exactly. So creating a realistic budget is essential. It's about tracking your income and expenses
Okay.
and making sure you're not spending more than you're earning.
So like a personal budget, but for my business.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Are there any tools or strategies that can help with that?
Oh, absolutely. There are so many budgeting apps and software programs designed for small businesses. And a lot of brokerages offer training and resources on financial management too. The important thing is to find a system that works for you and, actually use it.
Okay, got it. Track, budget, be mindful of expenses. Check. What about planning for the future? Anything specific new agents should be thinking about for their long-term financial goals?
One really important thing is retirement planning.
Okay, yeah.
As an independent contractor, you're responsible for your own retirement savings. It's crucial to start setting aside money early on.
That's a great point. It's so easy to focus on what's happening right now, but planning for the future is essential too. Any specific retirement plans or investment strategies you recommend?
Well, there are lots of options out there. The best choice depends on your individual circumstances. SEP IRAs and solo 401ks are popular. It's a good idea to talk to a financial advisor who's experienced in working with self-employed people. They can help you make the right choices for your situation.
Okay, a financial advisor. Check. It sounds like having a team of experts is just as important as having a good business plan.
You're absolutely right. Building a real estate business, it really does take a village. A good brokerage, a smart lawyer, a tech-savvy marketing team, And a financial advisor you trust, it makes all the difference.
So true. Well, I think we've covered just about everything on this awesome checklist. It's been an amazing journey.
It has.
From the basics of a business plan to those more detailed operational, legal, and financial pieces, I'm feeling so much more prepared and confident about starting this adventure.
That's fantastic to hear. Remember, building a real estate business is like a marathon, not a sprint. It's about putting in the work, being dedicated, and always being open to learning and adapting as you go.
Well said. And you know what? I don't feel alone in this at all. There are so many resources, mentors, and other agents ready to help along the way.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to reach out for help when you need it.
Okay, I won't. To all our listeners out there ready to take the plunge into real estate, remember, success is within your reach. Start strong, find a great team, and never stop learning. Go make those real estate dreams come true.